华在音乐学院接受了几年的良好培训。他曾表示，他拒绝了部分演唱技巧，因为他觉得这不能完美地传达他的情绪，所以他选择了用自己的方式唱歌。
So, in case you want to play along at home, D minor, B flat, F to C. And he's doing such a beautiful job. Sounds so good.
被遗忘的树上，小日子独自笑着，只想远方。
Well, that's interesting. So I don't know Mandarin, I don't know Cantonese, I don't know which one he's even singing in, but I do know that sometimes it can be really, really interesting for a Western ear to hear some of these other languages that use a lot more nasals. He's it's actually going into my nose. Now you can make that kind of like a half nasal and half out the mouth. There is some going in here, but there's also some coming out of my mouth as well. Super, super cool. I'm really interested in this. And a lot of people would say like, well, isn't nasality just a bad thing? Nasality is neither a good or a bad thing. It really just depends on the culture and the type of music or the genre that you're using. If you're singing punk rock, you're going down, down in another...
So light. Oh! That was a beautiful mix. Like, it felt very easy, it was light yet punchy, loads of chest resonance. That is like the perfect mix in my book. Good change of pace as well. For a guy is in a really difficult part of the range and it just sounds like, yeah. And he's just got this incredible balance, which I love. It comes from that forward placement where he's placing it, which you may or may not like, and that full chord closure. I think it's absolutely beautiful, personally. And weird tongue position as well. An instrument, and I feel like that's something that we should all aim for, to use our voice as an instrument. People kind of get caught up in the fact that it's their voice.
花花，正如粉丝们所说的那样，并不是以成为最好的歌手为目标。我喜欢你注意到简单的和弦进行的事实，因为他相信当背景音乐为歌曲服务时，声音和情感会更加突出，而不是相反。
Emotional roller coaster. Thank goodness for the translations, but to be honest, I think there's a bit more, it seems like there's a lot of poetic language in this and a lot of, so I'm not quite really sure what it was about, to be honest. I think it's maybe the child is yearning for another day or just trying to reach out. And again, those of you guys that know this song, please explain it to me because I'm a little bit at a loss, but it feels very intense, like the child is tying his shoes, but you know, they can't sit still. And some way it's almost like the child is in a box that they need to conform to, and then the child can break out. So that's kind of the emotional sense I'm getting. Of course, there's that quiet section and then the more rock section.
Show
Okay. This second bit where it's kind of built into kind of a heavier kind of rock territory, some would pull the vocal up in intensity to meet that. He is not doing that. He's letting that music kind of build around him. This song is all about being like a kid, and I'm assuming this is, yeah, it's like a autobiographical kind of thing. So that feeling of being small is still in there, and when everything raises up around that, he's not driving up to meet it. The only time he's done it is when he pulled his head voice up into that big kind of scream. I don't know, it's actually probably like a heady mix. And that was like just a kind of an explosion of frustration almost. He's back to being like this wee kind of powerless kid here. It's such a nuanced performance. I'm really enjoying this.
月华，他绝对厉害。我喜欢你是真实的。您提供提示，实际上是在用您的反应进行教学。来自瑞典的拥抱。
¿Cómo levanta la lengua? ¿Cómo levanta la lengua? Madre mía, es que eso es imposible. Se queda aquí de momento. Me está haciendo un 2-5, que no es ninguna nota despreciable, ¿eh? Es un belting, pero imponente, ¿eh? Abierto ahí con todo, y tiene mucho esfínter ariepiglótico. Se escucha el tuang, se escucha ese sonido de la compresión del esfínter ariepiglótico allí. Está súper presente prácticamente en toda la canción. Ya su voz suena así. Alucino yo. Estoy sí. Oh, esto es muy bonito. Totalmente diferente a lo que he escuchado hasta el momento. Chicos, en este canal estoy conociendo artistas, bueno, súper especiales. Este chico, no cabe la menor duda que es un cantante muy especial.
华晨宇是当今中国第一的艺人，他的最后一场演唱会在5秒内售罄，是的5秒。他是一个多角色、多风格、多才多艺的艺术家，多维艺术家。他可以将不同风格的音色或音乐混合并融合到一首歌曲和表演中，并使其听起来令人惊叹。他的声音像水一样，可以适应任何曲调。你还没有看到任何东西。